Hello class, welcome to Pre-Algebra Lesson 2.5, which is all about percent of change. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to solve problems involving percent of change. So let's talk about what is percent of change. So this is where we say, okay, the starting price was $10, and now the price has gone up and it is $25. That's a really big jump, but then it would be figuring out like how much of a change is that? What's that percent that it has, in that example I just gave, increased? And the way that you do that is you use this percent of change formula. It's where you take your new price. So here we have a new price, and then you say minus the original price. And you want to either, if you're typing this all in one step on your calculator, like you want to use parentheses and say new minus original, and then hit divided by and type in the original amount. Once you have that and you've hit enter, then hit times 100, okay? I often see students try to type everything in all at once. So I think with the example I just gave, the new price was 25 minus 10 divided by 10 times 100. So if you want to type all of this in one time on your calculator, you have to put parentheses around your numerator so that way it figures out what that difference is. And you would actually have to do another set of parentheses so that way it would divide that that new number by the original before it multiplies by 100. Okay, so that means if you want to type everything in all at once for percent of change, you're going to have to start by opening up two sets of parentheses and then typing your new minus original, close the parentheses, hit divided, type in the original, close the parentheses, then hit times 100. Okay, so that's a little calculator tip for you. Now, let's try a problem. So we want to find each percent of change. We're going to round to the nearest tenth of a percent. And we are going to state if it is an increase or decrease. Okay, so I like to start with the increase or decrease. Okay, that's often what people forget because it's the last sentence of the directions, but I like to start there. Going from the original of 27 to the new, which is 59, is that increase? Is it going up or is it decrease, going down? Well, 27 to 59 is an increase. So I'm going to just start by writing increase. I'm going to put a little box around that so that way it's easy to find later on. And now I'm going to do what I just showed you on the last page where we take our new, in this case 59, minus our original, which is 27, divided by our original, 27, and then say times 100. So 59 minus 27 is going to be 32. So I have 32 divided by 27 times 100. So if I do 32 divided by 27, it's a big long decimal, and then I'm going to hit times 100, and I get 118.51. So if I'm rounding to the nearest tenth, that means I'm going to stop at that 5. And I'm going to remember to put my percent symbol as part of my answer. All right, so that's how you do these problems. You say your new minus your original divided by original times 100. And you say whether it's an increase or decrease. All right, now I want you to try this one on your own. Good luck. Okay, for this problem, hopefully you said, hey, this is an increase going from 82 to 105. That's going up. That's an increase. And then hopefully you showed your work, you wrote this down. In order to get full credit on your assignment or your test, you need to at least write down this step, okay? So the 3 boxed things should all be appearing on your homework and your review and your test if you want to get a good grade. You need to do all 3 of those. So then once you do 108 or 105 minus 82, that's 23 divided by 82 is like 2.804, or no, 0.2804. So then when you multiply by 100, it becomes 28%. All right, let's try another one. So just for fun, I feel like changing my pen color. I don't really have a reason other than I want to. Let's look at this next one. Same idea. This time my original is 198. My new is 126. So this time it went down. So it's a decrease. So I'm going to say decrease. I'm going to box that. So I'm done with that part of the question. And now I'm going to say my new 126 minus my original 198 divided by my original. Oops. Oh, darn it. So I'm using my tablet at home to record this, and there's no easy way to erase that I have found yet. So when I mess up, like I just did again, it is easier to just like do an undo, which sometimes erases a lot more than I want it to. So sorry about that. All right, so I have my new minus my original divided by my original times 100. So if I do 126 minus 198, I'm going to get a negative number because it's going down, and that's totally normal. When you are doing these problems, man, I just keep typing the wrong, or writing the wrong number. I need to slow down, just like I tell you guys sometimes. Okay, 198. So I have a negative number on the top. That just tells me that this is a decrease. Okay, so if you always do new minus original, it's going to match. Like if it's negative, it's going to be a decrease. If it's a positive, it's going to be increase. But if you accidentally flip around the original and the new, then you just have to pay attention. Like, is it going up? Is it going down? If it's going up, it should be positive. If it's going down, it should be negative. Okay, so just kind of pay attention to that. If I do negative 72 divided by 198, I get negative 0.363636. Okay, so that's repeating. So I'm going to do times 100. And now I have a negative 36.36. And those 36 are repeating, so I'm just going to put the bar over it to represent that. So it's negative 36.36 repeating percent. And it's a percent of decrease. So I have those two parts of my answer. I have my work. So I would be getting full credit. Make sure you have all of those things that are in the box in order to get full credit. All right, your turn. Find the percent change, round to the nearest tenth of a percent. Oh, sorry, I didn't do nearest tenth on the last one because it was repeating. If I did nearest tenth on the last one, it'd be 36.4. The 6 would change the 3. Anyways, on this one, round to the nearest tenth of a percent. State if it is an increase or decrease. Good luck. All right, on this problem, hopefully you said it was a decrease. You showed your work. You said 4 minus 18 divided by 18 equals 100. And then you got the final answer of negative 77.8%. It's a 0.8% because I rounded to the nearest tenth. If you didn't round, you maybe did something like this. Okay. Honestly, in this case, I would accept either of those answers. But yeah, so that is percent of change. Hopefully that doesn't seem too bad. You just have increase, decrease. You show the setup and you calculate it out. If you have questions about that or anything else, please be sure to ask for some help. I'm happy to help you. Have a great day.